Hidden behind high walls and hedgerows stand Yorkshire's secret stately homes, a priceless part of our heritage. And now some are throwing open the doors.
Wow, I like it already.
To auctioneer and country house connoisseur Angus Ashworth.
You walk in here, you cannot not be amazed with it. It's sort of a visual overload.
He's on a mission to help save these historic houses for the nation. More than 200 have vanished since the war.
They were just bulldozed. People couldn't afford them. They were lost forever.
He'll be hunting through lofts and cellars.
Oh, I've spotted something.
That's it, see, look, yeah, look, armour.
There's the armour.
There's the armour.
Armour, yeah.
For forgotten treasure.
Look at that.
Look at that bad boy.
This is like a dream for me.
It's quite a mess for me.
I don't think I can do anything with the toilets.
To raise cash to help fund renovation or repairs.
It's a battle, you know, something goes wrong every day. Something significant breaks every week, and the upkeep's enormous.
He'll be diving into life as a weekend house guest and occasional butler.
All right, cheers.
Arriving in style.
It's beautiful from up here, isn't it? It gives you a real perspective.
To experience a lost way of life in some of Yorkshire's most stunning stately homes.
So we're going to head southeast towards Langton there.
Angus and pilot James are preparing to take off on their most challenging mission yet, to help the owner of a house that's lost almost all of its heritage.
Well, I'm going to Langton Hall today, where William Langton lives, and normally I'm taking items out of houses and selling them, but this is a little bit different. I think William needs some putting in, because the house before he had it was completely stripped. It was a shell. So now it's about putting the period pieces back in.
Okay, here we go, Angus.
Okay.
Cherokee, rolling 2-4.
They're heading towards the coast over the rolling hills of the Yorkshire Wolds.
It's one thing going into a country house through the front door, but it's another to see it from the air.
Stately Langton Hall was the home of generations of swashbuckling aristocrats and once even hosted Winston Churchill. But its present owner describes himself as just a bloke from Bridlington.
Okay, hold my hand.
Single dad William Langton was not to the manor born.
Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. Right, sit down. I'm a Yorkshire man through and through. Born and bred by the seaside in Bridlington. I remember strolling down the promenade and going into the arcades. So to end up a place like this is really quite a shock to myself when I think about it sometimes.
William only bought his mansion when he saw an ad in the Yorkshire Post.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh my goodness.
Now he's living the life of a modern-day aristocrat in a mansion that by sheer coincidence bears his name.
Langton Hall, primarily, is a home for me and my daughter Ivy. We live here and we love it here.
But 60 years as a school and wartime army headquarters had left it stripped of all its furniture and most of its period features. And being the owner of a Grade 2 listed building comes with big responsibilities.
Which one's going to be the winner? Mine! No, I think mine's the winner. When I bought Langton Hall, I did feel a sense of duty. The roof was literally no longer protecting the house from water, the windows were rotting, the floor was through in various places. So the duty was simple: save the house. Realistically, I have bought this with my heart rather than my head.
Actually, the house lost a substantial 5-figure sum last year. William admits he needs help to restore his home's Georgian interior and make it financially viable.
We're looking for Langton Hall now. It's not the biggest of Georgian houses. It's a nice house, but it's a smallish estate. Used to be a school. I remember it when it was a school. And there it is. Look at that, a swimming pool outside it.
House builder William is about to land Angus with a major challenge.
There it is, Langton Hall, or as I used to remember it, Woodley School. I remember playing cricket and rugby down here. But now it's a private home, so fascinating to see what it's like inside.
William, how are you doing? You all right?
Well, good morning.
Yeah.
A little bit breezy this morning.
Yeah, there's not much of those tiger moths. They get buffeted about a bit, but
Are
great.
you here? Safe
I'm
and
here.
sound?
I'm here. What a gorgeous house.
This is Barley,
Barley.
my faithful old Labrador.
Well, you can't not have a black Labrador and live in a house like this.
Angus is here for the weekend, but there'll be no rummaging for auction items at this property.
Here we are. Welcome to Langton Hall.
William is more interested in working to bring back the period feel of the hall's vast interior.
Feel free to pop your bags down.
Wonderful, thank you.
And let me show you around. So you've got to imagine, when I first bought the place, it was a complete shell.
What a lovely hallway you come into this, albeit the Victorians have had their hands on it with the tiles,
Yeah.
but, you know, that's par for course.
It'd be really interesting to hear a little bit more about what you think was the original form of the house and how it's been evolved over the years.
And, of course, the Langton Hounds, so to speak.
Well, strictly no. This was the Norcliffe family's crest, and I actually added those to put a bit of architectural detail
You
in.
put that back in?
Yeah, so that's all new, as is the ceiling work here, the coving. So
You've done a lot of work, haven't you?
yeah, and I'll be interested to see what you think I've got right and wrong.
Well, let's have a look round, come on.
William is anxious to get Angus's input on rescuing the hall. He fears he lacks the historical knowledge the house deserves.
The fireplace, is this something you've added in?
No, that fireplace actually was here when I purchased the property, so it could be original, whatever that is.
Yeah.
The one in the hallway is an addition that I did when I did the refurbishment. That was simply a gas appliance, but has really added something into that hallway.
I think, you know, with a lot of these houses, yes, it's Georgian, but then things were added, so it's not unusual to get that continuation over the periods of Georgian through to Victorian, so you can mix the periods.
William has only been able to rescue some of Langton's rooms.
So here we are. This is the dining room here at Langton Hall.
Wow, I mean, this feels like how it should be, isn't it? You know, it's a great room.
So it's probably the room that I've been most careful with in the redecoration.
Yeah.
And actually, we did quite a lot of work when we filmed Gentleman Jack here.
Well, of course, because this house has a history with that, doesn't it?
So the story goes that obviously Anne Lister used to visit both Charlotte and Isabella here at Langton Hall and had romantic dalliances with both of them at different times.
It was in the early 19th century that lesbian diarist Anne Lister, also known as Gentleman Jack, first came to Langton. Her visits were recreated in this recent lavish BBC drama.
Hands up!
The authentic modern portrayal of their then scandalous lesbian love affair was filmed in the hall soon after William moved in.
Oh, I do hope you're hungry, Miss Walker.
Millions of viewers tuned in to Isabella's subtle seduction under the noses of her naive family, reenacted by Saran Jones as Anne. It was sumptuously shot in the very same room where the events took place 200 years ago.
I recognise this gentleman because that's Isabella's dad.
Yeah, so that's Colonel Norcliffe.
Yeah, and he became a Major General, so he's in a Hussar's uniform.
Would you say that he was a serious military figure of the time?
Yeah. Yeah, and at that time they did buy their ranks as well. I think he was a major on half pay before he went to the Hussars. And then basically in those days you could give the army some money and they'd promote you. So he got promoted up to Major General, so he must have given him a lot of money. But he was on the front line, he did see serious combat.
In its Victorian heyday, the hall's statement staircase was a monument to its owner's military achievements.
What are your first impressions of the hallway?
William is anxious to tap Angus's expertise.
I like the hallway because it's just that space, isn't it? Probably need a few things on the wall.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit short of artwork and maybe other guy to speak to about that, but
I think as a space, great, it's wonderful.
But William needs more help than just advice on portraits. Upstairs, Angus is in for a surprise as the decor becomes, well, eclectic.
I've had a bit of a wander around on my own and had a little look in all the rooms, and you've got some that are nice historical, some that are very modern, you know, obviously he's moved in, made it livable, and then there's some that are, well, I mean, quite out of this world, really. It's just not what I expected. I mean, house like this and you walk in and there's like this galaxy room. Yeah, I'm still processing that one, actually. It's just totally caught me off guard.
The furnishings in the principal guest room owe more to one of William's show homes than the 18th century.
So here we are. This is your room for the weekend.
Wonderful, thank you very much.
We call it the tree room. So
I can see why.
some B&Q wallpaper here on the wall.
I mean, William showed me into my room, and it's wonderful. You know, real privilege to be staying in a place with those gorgeous windows with the sort of fold-out blinds. It's lovely. I mean, it's not necessarily furnished as you might expect. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get my thinking cap on, see how we can help and improve, I think.
This is Angus's challenge for the weekend. William has given him a budget of £10,000 to transform the tree room and return it to its former Georgian glory. Tomorrow, Angus will be harnessing his trade network to help save this room from the 21st century.
Hi, Gerald, it's William.
Businessman William Langton bought historic Langton Hall and its 20 acres of parkland 6 years ago.
I think the key thing is to make sure that family life can coexist with any commercial activity that you do. I have a daughter, and there's nothing that pleases me more than when she's swimming in the pool or kicking a football around. These are the moments when you think this is all worth it.
In less than 2 years, William decorated and furnished 12 bedrooms, a kitchen and a billiard room, and turned staff quarters into holiday cottages. But most interior features of this 18th century mansion are now solidly 21st century, aimed at event hire and Airbnb.
I'd like to see us get to a stage where we're meeting the day-to-day bills of the hall by its commercial activities. It's not about making money. It is simply about trying to balance the books.
Weekend guest Angus believes that restoring Langton's historic character might bring in more guests. And he thinks the Georgian makeover of the tree room could become a test bed for the transformation of the entire house.
Well, looking forward to the day.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to take your car because I haven't got any wheels, so...
Well, you better tell me where we're going then.
He's taking William on a road trip.
We're going to head to near Knaresborough now.
Okay.
Goldsborough Hall, which we're going to meet. Hopefully, we're going to meet Mark as well. He bought Goldsborough Hall, and it's an earlier property than yours, but I think hopefully there's quite a few similarities. I think in the fact that you both bought a property that needed a lot of work.
Angus is hoping his host can learn from another country house buyer who turned his historic home into an upmarket hotel.
I brought William to Goldsborough Hall, just outside Knaresborough. OK, it's a much earlier property, Jacobean, you know, it's a couple of 100 years earlier than William's. But there are similarities, you know, privately owned, it'd been a nursing home, all sorts of things, so it's been ripped apart, it was a shell. Very similar to William. So I think it's good for him to see how that history's been breathed back into the house, how it's been enhanced and celebrated, and what can be done with it. So I'm hoping he takes something away from this and I can get him onto my way of thinking.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so here we are. I mean, look at that.
It's a statement piece as soon as you walk in, isn't it? I mean, you've got a wider hall, so I think it's a bit easier for you to get that.
Yeah. But no, they've certainly got
mirrors.
some very grand things in here, haven't they? Yeah, and another massive light.
But also, you know, long case clock. You can get. I mean, that's a particularly good one. But you can get long cases for next to no money.
If William fancies a clock like this, Angus can find him one for less than £100.
So, this is one of their suite rooms.
Wow.
Which you've got the sort of natural, like, okay, it's a bay window as opposed to yours, which are a standard sort of
flat, but similar sort of light coming in.
Yeah.
You've got the big feature piece of the bed.
Wow, I do love the bed. You know, it's a fantastic thing. So tell me, what era is this?
So, I mean, this is new.
Is it?
Yeah, this is reproduction. So actually, a lot of the furnishings, and you could do this with old furnishings, it doesn't have to be new. So all this, the desks, the wardrobes, the bedsides, these are all new furnishings.
Right.
Okay.
So this is what we would call reproduction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reproduction.
But Angus is meeting resistance.
So, I mean, looking at this bed, obviously you said it's a reproduction. I'd probably, if we're going down the route of doing that room again, want something that actually isn't reproduction, that maybe is an antique. I mean, could we find this sort of thing?
So you can. It's just a case of when they come up. So you could get a real absolute, I mean, belter, 400-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow. Bed. You know, 6,000 to 8,000 for a belter.
Yeah.
What you've got to be careful of is on some of the old ones, if you're buying a period bed, they have different sized beds.
Okay.
So you still want it to be
mattress.
practical, but it takes a modern mattress. It becomes a selling point for the house.
Angus may be turning William into an antiques enthusiast.
I thought really this was about selling William the vision and, oh yeah, I get it, it can look like this. And we're going to do it on a budget and, you know, he's turned into a purist. I mean, music's my ears, you know. I know, I want a period bed in there. I want, yeah. I mean, he's really got into it. I mean, we're on the same page, which is great.
It's taken owner Mark Oglesby 20 years to restore Goldsborough Hall to its former glory.
But when you took this on, I mean, it had been very institutionalised. It was stripped, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you've had to recreate all that.
Absolutely, yeah. No, when we came, the only running water was down the walls.
That's a good one. I think that sounds like a very similar story to mine.
But we very much started with just the downstairs rooms. So we did the downstairs rooms up, we did weddings, people didn't stay. Then we evolved to doing one room, and another room, and another room.
Wow.
And slowly built it up.
So this has literally been a labour of love?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Angus's crash course in how to save a country house has got William thinking.
I think one of the nicest things about meeting you here today is that after having owned the place for 20 years, you've still got a smile on your face. And having only owned Langton just over 5, I'm hoping that I'll still be smiling in another 15 years.
I do hope so too.
I think what's really nice here is that balance of the history's there, but it's still comfortable, homely. A bit like William wants to do, keep it homely. William's got, you know, different history, but still rich history in terms of the Norcliffes and Lister, you know. So embrace that, and I think get the balance right, and I think you're onto a winner.
Back at Langton, it's time for dinner, and William has hired celebrated local chef Dan Graham to cook.
Oh, hello, chef.
Hello, how are you doing?
Not so bad, are you all right?
Yeah, very well, thank you, very well.
I've come to see what's on the menu tonight. What are we having?
So, we are having some nice local seasonal produce. We're starting with a chalk stream trout, which is served with a Spillman's of York asparagus. So,
lovely.
Really just come into season, beautiful asparagus. And then we're following it up with a roast rack of lamb.
Dan has cooked in most of Yorkshire's country houses for guests that have included senior royals.
Being a private chef, I get to go here, there and everywhere, so Langton Hall, it's a firm favourite of mine, and I'm happy to say I'm a regular chef here. I love coming to Langton because it almost feels a little bit more relaxed. You have the grandeur, but it also feels quite chilled. Sometimes you go to some of the bigger estates, they can feel a little bit more on edge and a little bit more pressured.
A bit more relaxed this evening.
So, yeah, it's nice and...
Wonderful. Well, I won't stop you because that looks amazing. I'm looking forward to sampling your wares.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.
William wants Angus to know more about the history of his home, so he's invited some staff, friends and former pupils of the school to meet him for a nostalgic dinner.
Well, what I really should do is actually, to quieten you down, is ring the old school bell, which was one of the few things that I actually was left by the school. So, thank you. Cheers. Cheers, Will. Cheers, Will. Good help. Cheers.
Angus is keen to hear stories of the school which he also remembers as a visiting teenage rugby player.
I mean, Will's done a fabulous job, I've got to say. Absolutely brilliant.
So a lot of changes since you were here.
I mean, when you think where we're stood now, there'd be 120 kids here, all right, in this room.
Yeah.
All the teachers at the back.
Wow.
Headmaster at the front, and that was every morning assembly.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And then they'd ring that bell again. And we'd all go
Was
in.
that the
and we'd
actual
all go.
bell?
That was the actual bell, and that would go into the dining room then.
Okay.
And that was 3 times a day, obviously, in there.
Yeah.
120 sweaty kids on benches.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated for dinner.
Today, the owner of Langton has no title, but tonight's toast is to one of his aristocratic predecessors.
Shall we raise a glass to Norcliffe, Norcliffe?
Norcliffe, Norcliffe.
That too. To Norcliffe, Norcliffe.
And the new era of Langton. I mean, what an incredible night. It's been wonderful. William is absolutely spoilt me. And do you know what? It's been wonderful this evening, talking to all the guests. It's been really nice to immerse myself in that history. And, you know, it gets me thinking, yeah, I've got a plan, but that can wait for tomorrow. It's bedtime.
It's a new day on the Langton estate in North Yorkshire, and Angus is in for a rude awakening.
I've been in the North Sea off Scarborough on Boxing Day. That was all right.
New lord of the manor, William, likes an early morning swim in the outdoor pool.
Oh, right, 3, 2, 1. Oh. That is a bit fresh, isn't it? There is nothing better than swimming in an outdoor pool in Yorkshire. God's own county. The sun nearly on our back.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Steady, go!
William is calling the shots today, and he's invited Angus to immerse himself in the money-making side of the house.
3, 2, 1.
You know, William's made this his family home. But like all houses on this scale and estates, you know, I've been to lots of them. They've got to pay their way because they are absolute bottomless bits of money, just the maintenance alone and the upkeep. So they've got to be commercial. So it's going to be interesting to see how William's doing that, what's his take on that, how he's making it pay, and what the future plans are.
Arms up.
William has already ruled out one obvious money spinner from his house.
One of the things that I would say if you go down the wedding route is that actually it becomes a takeover of the property for the period of time that you have contractors on site, building marquees and everything else. That's not the business we're looking for. We're looking for a family home to coexist with people who are enjoying holiday rentals here in this beautiful area of Yorkshire.
William rents out cottages, most with a gentleman Jack theme, looked after by housekeeper Nina.
We have got 8 cottages and we've got north wing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
All
what
right,
we,
okay,
yeah, they're the ones we look after.
Well, my tea, aren't I?
But William doubles as the Langton groundsman.
You know, Will's great. I think he's very hands-on. You know, you sort of see him popping in 1 minute, he's with the builders doing something. The next minute, you know, in his white shirt, he's out just cutting the grass a bit. And, you know, so I think he's very hands-on. And, you know, he clearly gets a buzz out of it. And I think that's wonderful. You want somebody that's invested in it. And, you know, it is his home as well. So he's going to take pride in it. Oh, it is mucky, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have they been doing in there?
Well, there's so many people come here with nice spray tans.
I was just going to say, is that fake tan?
And go home like ghosts.
Well, it'd be great to see inside the cottages.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go. We have a bed to make.
OK.
Right, so this is Hussar's cottage.
Ah, OK.
Sleep 6.
Yes.
Got guests coming in, 4
Yeah.
o'clock. So we've got
Yeah.
the hot tub sorted.
Yeah.
We need to make the beds.
OK, excellent. I know how to do that.
we'll see.
Well, yeah, he might not be up to your standards, but... Yeah.
Guests check out at 10 a.m. and then the new guests check back in at 4 p.m.
OK, so you've got a short window, really, to get everything done, cleaned...
So that's 6 hours, but that's for all.
Yeah.
So if you have them all checking out at 10 a.m. and all checking back in at 4, that's quite a lot of beds.
Yeah.
So I think...
Oh, right, yeah. Let's get this the right way around, yeah.
Yeah. And then how would you do it at home?
I do ghost. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but it works. So you go from the other side, so you turn it inside out.
Yeah.
Like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then... I need to know where the corners are. There. Like this, look. And that one there.
Look at this.
And then... Like that.
Yeah. Fab.
And then you just... Yeah, so... Kids love it. I run around pretending I'm a ghost.
Excellent.
Making the bed. My wife thinks I'm a little bit crazy.
But one ghost brings real money into this house.
We get a lot of people come in purely because they have seen it on Gentleman Jack on TV.
Sort of TV tourists and, yeah. So that's an important element, really, from the marketing point of view.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. OK, excellent.
Not bad.
Good. Oh,
Not bad.
Thank you.
Important though the cottages are, William is fighting a losing battle against the spiralling costs of keeping up his stately home.
The reality is, and I can level with you, I can't afford to run a house like this just based on the income from my business in Leeds alone. We need to support it with some income on site.
And Angus believes giving Langton back its heritage will help it attract more paying guests. So he and William are hitting the road again. In nearby Pickering, Angus is introducing William to a dealer in the sort of items needed to give Langton its period feel back.
Luke.
Hello.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are
Brought
you?
William.
Hi,
with me on
nice to
there.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Langton. And Debbie, good to see you here.
Yeah.
So Debbie actually helped us get quite a few of the pieces that we've got at Langton Hall already.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's the spender. Debbie's got a great eye.
Yeah.
We've got two professionals, and I'm in the mood for buying, so shall we have a look round?
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, brilliant.
William is prepared to spend £10,000 returning the tree room to the 18th century.
Wow, this is lovely. It's really nice.
So it's a modern one, but nice that it's... So this is in oak, and I think the one we saw at Goldsborough is that kind of spray tan mahogany, if you know what I mean. Whereas this, I think, is a lot more subtle.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about the bed is the vast majority of it is 25 years old. But the company that makes them, the top panelling and the headboard is actually made up out of Victorian oak panelling, and then they use that to convert into beds.
Debbie, you know, obviously we're looking at the tree room at Langton.
Yeah.
What do you think to a bed like this?
I think this would look lovely in there, to be honest, Will.
So I know the
Really
sheets will
nice.
fit.
Yeah, the sheets will definitely
But do you
fit.
like it?
But I do like it, yes, I do. I would have this.
Would you have it in your own
I would have
home?
this in my own home, yes. I would.
So how much are we talking?
So on the bed, 2,650.
William's taste for authenticity is growing. Even some real antiques now won't make the cut.
This is a gentleman's country house.
Yeah.
And this pushes
No.
shabby chic too much into the shabby for me.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. It depends what sort of look you're going for.
Modern lighting is out now too.
Let me get this Herbert Terry out of the way now. So this lamp actually started off life as a candlestick. So it's a Georgian candlestick, dates to about 1750. We've converted it to a lamp. But what's interesting for you and for the room, this is what they call a cannon barrel. So taking the form of the naval cannons. So for a gentleman's library or a gentleman's bedroom or something like that, it's just a nice nod to that sort of history and the military history to do with the house
Yeah,
as well.
I was going to say the military history of the family, and that is what they would have used in Langton when it was first built, but with candles in.
I like the story of this, and I think we are coming at this from a historical perspective, and I think it's nice that it's got this sort of cannon barrel, thinking about the hussars and thinking about the dragoons and thinking about Colonel Norcliffe, and actually, he was probably one of the last sort of proper lords of the manor at Langton.
Yes. Yes.
So if I buy the lamp, I can set Debbie on with finding a nice shade for it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
But then you can tone that to the colours of the palette in the room as well.
Really interesting piece, that. Love the idea that it used to be a candlestick. Love this story, like how it ties back in. Yeah, really, really nice piece, that.
It's priced at £300 and William is sold.
£250. I'd have to drop the other 50 off.
Yeah, that's fine.
OK.
We know where you are.
But William is not buying the bed, despite it having won Angus's approval.
The most important thing in a bedroom is the bed. So make that the feature and then sort of build around that. So we've got a bit of work to do on that. If that's not going to tick the box, we need to try and find one, which might be tricky. But that's the main feature. That's the showpiece of the bedroom. So it's kind of important we get it right.
Thanks a lot. See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
It's time to head back to the house with only one item in the bag.
I mean, talking specifically about the bed,
Yeah.
for me it was a near miss.
Yeah. Okay.
I felt like it was all the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just wasn't quite the look.
Okay. I mean, I think I'll just have to have a look and see what else we can find and see what you think, give you some comparisons. And, yeah, so you similar sort of style, you're thinking?
So I like the style, and I like the size, and I think it's a perfect size for that tree room.
Yes.
But I think it was just the colour of the wood and just the slight newness.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Angus's weekend stay is coming to an end, but his mission to refurbish the tree room is just beginning.
I think there's a bit of a challenge here, but I think, you know, using my contacts through the auction world, interior designers and stuff like that, I think we could breathe heritage back into this house. Well, William, it's been an absolutely fantastic weekend, so thank you for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure. I mean, you know, thank you for sharing your knowledge. It's been so interesting.
Well, we're not done yet. I'll be in touch and we'll get the plan enacted and we'll see you soon.
Perfect.
Brilliant.
Absolute
Take
pleasure.
care.
Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Angus is taking off for his auction house, where he'll put out an SOS to his network of dealers to find the perfect furnishings for the tree room. It's been 4 weeks since Angus's stay at George and Langton Hall on the Yorkshire Wolds. And inside the tree room, things are changing.
We've been super busy here at the hall since Angus left. So we've got Leanne, our decorator, who's here doing a lot of decorating at the hall for the next 5 weeks, and she's just jumped onto this room. She's got the wallpaper stripped, she's stripping back to get the detail back into the woodwork, which had hundreds of years of paint on it. And we're at the stage now where we're ready to pick finishes.
But there's still a centrepiece to find for this period makeover, and Angus may have struck gold.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll look into that. Cheers. Thanks. Bye. Well, I'm keeping my ears open and my eyes out for furniture for William's bedroom, particularly a bed. And one's come up on an online auction, a nice 19th century one, which I think will do just the job, but he's going to have to be quick if he wants it.
And less than 24 hours later, it's arriving.
Now then, Leanne, how are you doing? You ready for this bed? Not too bad, this one. So this is from 1830, and it's got an upholstered headboard, valances, and then some really nice bits. So we're going to get it unloaded, and hope it'll go with all your good decorating.
200-year-old beds are hard to find, and William had to act fast to land this one.
It's a perfect bed. Only difficulty was it was in Edinburgh, so it was a real drive to get it. So one evening, headed up there after work at about 4 p.m, and I think I rolled back in here at about midnight.
Trading up to authentic furniture has its drawbacks, though.
Worst thing is, being from 1830, it doesn't come with any instructions.
On Angus's advice, the hunt is on for hidden relics that may have survived the stripping of the house's contents. A Georgian fireplace, perhaps.
I'm hoping that when I open this up, we find a lovely cast iron fireplace that Leanne can really bring back to life again, and then perhaps integrate a small hearth and bring some of those traditional period features back to the property. Oh. Yeah, sadly, it's gone.
Back at the auction house in Kirby Moorside, Angus is adding a fireplace to William's wish list. But he's already come up with a solution to Langton's decor problem.
Beautiful knocker.
He's sent round North Yorkshire's leading stately home stylist.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Wakey.
Hi, Wakey.
Harriet.
Hi, Harriet.
Yes. Thank you for asking us to come and see you.
Welcome to Langton Hall.
Thank you.
Come in.
Harriet and Wakey are experts in Georgian-style trends, and they've come to offer some advice.
So, welcome to the tree room at Langton Hall. I'm really excited to see what you've got.
So we've got a sort of a blank canvas, haven't we?
We bought you an ideas board so you can actually visualise what we've decided on, and then 2 separate mood boards, which will give you an instant feel of how the room should look.
When Gentleman Jack stayed here, the UK already had a network of interior designers offering a complete look to the landed gentry.
Well, the Georgians, they love their symmetry, and they were so keen on bringing architecture into the house, which works so brilliantly. So, big windows, lots of light coming in. The fireplace was always central in the room, because then it's a straight away point and a fixture to look at. And they had pediments above the doors, they put dado rails around. They were so keen to create this feeling of grandeur because they'd made so much money, the Georgians, and they wanted to build these amazing houses which just spoke for them. People would come, they'd arrive, and they'd turn up at the door and they go, wow.
And that fireplace is the most urgent purchase now the bed is bought.
Speak to Angus, I'm sure something can be picked up and found. We've put some examples of Georgian fireplaces on for you to have a look at. And so you see how they did it.
To replace William's B&Q vinyl, they've stolen an idea from one of Yorkshire's grandest houses, Castle Howard.
The Georgians were brilliant with their panelling, and they were super clever. This is just a bit of moulding, so it's nothing remotely exciting. And it would be on the walls like that, sort of going round the whole way. And it was a way of just creating an impact, but from your perspective, very cheaply creating an impact. And there's an example of it here in this beautiful room at Castle Howard, which is in a very similar colour to the blue hue we've done here. So if you don't want to put the mouldings back up, a very simple way of doing it is you paint underneath the dado rail, you'd wallpaper above, and that would instantly create another fabulous effect. So we've given you 2 ideas and 2 choices to run with, and both which are traditional to the style, so it worked really well.
Now, that scheme, to me, looks a bit fresher.
Yeah, lighter. William, you're the client. So at the end of the day, you've got to be able to walk out this room and go, I love it, it's fabulous, it's just how I want it to look. We can't stamp our thing on it and then walk out and you go, oh no, I don't like that at all. So, and you know the house far better than us.
So for William, it's a go for green in the tree room.
Thank you so much for today. Absolute pleasure. And obviously, we'll be in touch about all the fabrics.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to take that and see Leanne now.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
William.
Thank you. Bye.
Funnily enough, I think I would have gone for the blue one. What about you, Amy?
I probably should say the green, but I think probably a bit like you, Harry. I quite like the depth of the blue, but he did have a good point that it's not a very light room.
Oh, there it goes.
It's 2 months since his last visit to Langton Hall, and Angus is back.
Hi, Ivy.
Hello, Angus.
William is anxious to gain his Georgian guru's approval.
Since Angus has been, we've done loads around the house. The main thing has been, obviously, the tree room. I've absolutely set about it, and I've probably gone a bit further than I expected to. We did the panelling in the end. We put up the ceiling rose, found a gorgeous period 4-poster bed, but really excited to show Angus that tree room. So, Angus, it's your first impression. What do you think to our remodelled tree room?
My word. You've been busy, William.
So, first impressions.
Wow, really, really wow. I'm impressed.
Are you?
Yeah,
Good.
no, seriously. I'm just taking it in. I think the colours are spot on.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I love the colours that you've done the panelling. The panelling's new, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's really nice. In fact, it's ceiling rose is new.
Yes, yeah, that's been added.
That's quite nice because I think you've done well. That it's subtle. It's in keeping with the moulding, so I think that's lovely. The bed, the furnishings, curtains,
obviously all new.
Yeah. The wallpaper. Do you know what? It feels really warm, sort of cosy room. You know, it's a really pleasant room, isn't it?
And with Angus's help, this transformation hasn't broken the bank. With a total spend of just £9,400, the project's come in well under budget.
The result, absolutely worth every penny. Really, really happy with the room as it stands.
Yeah.
We've got things like this panelling. So,
I mean, this feels like it's been here since day one, doesn't it?
Absolutely, but this is standard beading from your local builders merchants down in Malton. I think it's just given an original feature back, even though it's brand new.
Yeah.
So that was the first thing.
I mean, it's great. I mean, I think the panelling, you would think it was here from the day it was built. So
Absolutely.
that is spot on. Yeah. Absolutely spot on. And there's your lamp that you got off Luke. Yeah. He got the bed, and then he's had all the soft furnishings done, and that all ties through with the colour scheme of the room. And that's the costly bit, actually. I mean, you can get the furniture for next to nothing, you know, a few £100s for it. You'll spend a lot more on soft furnishings, but, you know, you can get that look without necessarily spending a fortune. You know, antique furniture is cheap. You know, it is so cheap. You can get the country house look for next to no money.
I was really pleased to see Angus's reaction when he walked into the room. It just gave me that level of reassurance to say, I've done it right. He's a very knowledgeable guy. To get Angus's seal of approval on the room that I've done was really important to me, and I do think I got that today.
Oh, Willie, well, thank you so much. It's wonderful to see the room, and thank you for having me for the weekend.
Been an absolute pleasure, Angus. You're a gentleman, and thank you so much for your advice that you've given me. Really appreciated it, and I'm so happy with the tree room.
Well, all the best, and catch up soon.
Thanks again.
Cheers.
See you
Bye.
soon.
In fact, William is so delighted with the tree room's return to the 18th century, he's now setting to work on Langton's remaining 11 bedrooms.
Absolutely delighted, and I think, you know, William's pleased as well. And I was a little bit worried that, you know, maybe he wasn't that into the idea, but he's really gone with it. And he's got an amazing result. He's got a fantastic room, very comfy. And, you know, guests are going to come and stay here, and they're going to feed that back. And he's going to get those lovely comments, I'm sure he will. So, yeah, brilliant. And I know where I'm staying next time I come over.